How's everyone doing today? Audio coming through fine. Audio
Mia,
coming through
Siam.
fine. That Paul, Voyager, Brew, Tim, Theo, Mark the Chief, Jonathan, Chiop, Steven, how's it going? S-Trek over on the Twitch side, how's it going? So to try and keep a better eye on chat, I've got Restream set up, and for those of you looking at the VOD, you're gonna see during the time I'm in game that it should have the stream chat show up on screen. Jay, morning to you as well. Simeon. Okay, let's head in game here. Might have to change the opacity or whatever of that, but let me minimize or just move my in-game chat here. So going to be playing with the Rex today. I know I messed around with it a bit on Tuesday, but want to spend a bit more time with it. I'm going to be dropping some build videos and a review for it in the next week or so. So I'm going to get some more time flying it. Shamfires, Picard, Darth, how's it going? Move this over so I can see it better. Billy, Darkstar. Any ships that's close enough to Delkina? In the Sea Store, there is the Norway, or I think it's the Valdress, and then there's the Fleet Norway. That's not quite the same, but if you're looking to retain the hangar bay, that may be a ship to consider. But in general, like if you're looking for just like a good platform that you could do a similar build on, the Hydra, or maybe just wait a couple weeks and see what the 14th bundle has in it. Paloma, Mox, how's it going? Anyone know if Ark is still down? I thought that came back up the other day. Delkina 2 is the only ship close to Delkina. Cardassian Escort? Yeah, that works. Okay, so let me put pull-around setup back on here. So I know that the Rex has AP on the wingmen, but the thing is that the experimental weapon on this is Polaron based. Delkina 2. I wish. Give me a Miracle Worker Delkina. Or a Temporal Intel Delkina. I could work with that too. You're happy that random elite participation trophies are gone? Yes. So the patch on Friday did go in and I should put the lighting on. There we go. The patch on Friday did go in and make it so you no longer get the isomag coils or any of the advanced console coils from failing one of the random elite TFOs, which is good because I was hearing reports that there were bot farms starting to appear in the random elite system. I don't know. Does that mean too that on a failure you don't get the marks or the lithium? Then also, I would hope a failure wouldn't give you anything. Admiral Cares, thank you for the follow. Our Hawkman, how's it going? Couldn't use Arc? Huh. Or you couldn't? Just gonna go in and I'm gonna craft some energy amplifiers quick. Too bad. I was trying to make a science build with torpedoes, and I noticed the DPS was lower than I expected when I used the advanced consoles for EPG. Isu, I'm not the biggest EPG expert. I would point you towards the EPG area on the builds Discord to get the best assistance there. But The advanced consoles, I know that the Stow Better folks have rated them highly. I know some people have been able to get some stuff out of them, but for me personally, I don't know, the advanced science consoles for EPG just did not look the most impressive to me. Um, Randoms are still infested with people expecting a carry, but that will thin out sooner or later. Then yeah, it will. Sturka, how's it going? Dari, how's it going? And all the chat, let me know if it's visible enough on stream or if I need to make the background not be as transparent. I'm thinking of trying. Kathy, thank you for the $5. Again, much appreciated. Like there. Again, Kathy. Thank you. I'm thinking of trying the plasma build on a Theseus. Think that would be a decent choice. So when the Theseus came out, I immediately grabbed it because I was looking for a platform that would be maybe an alternative to the Delkina. So I grabbed the Theseus immediately upon it coming into the game, and I just wasn't that impressed with it, to be honest. Like, you can fit a lot, you can get a lot of buffs on there for the plasma stuff. But versus the Delkina, you're missing out on the hangar bay, you're missing out on the cloak. It's a good looking ship. I think the Theseus is very capable. I just didn't like how restrictive the bridge officer layout on it was. So let me ready it here quick. So yeah, the issue with it is it's only got a lieutenant universal, so you don't have a ton of flexibility. And if you're running the Merc Worker abilities, like that's immediately you're looking at narrow sensor bands, mixed armament synergy, and then you only have room for another 4 tactical bridge officer abilities. So it was just the flexibility on it was rather limited. If this lieutenant commander, like if the lieutenant commander engineer with temporal had been universal instead, that may have helped, or the lieutenant commander psi. Like, you can make this ship work. Others certainly have. But I just, for me, I found this ship to be too restrictive for what I wanted to do with it. Hopefully that answers your question there. Like, you can make it work. It's not a bad ship at all. It's just, to me, it was not as versatile, not as capable as the existing option that I had, the Delkina. Aphelion, how's it going? Just reading to chat here. I can get 300k from plasmas in advance and 650 to... Yeah, the plasma stuff does perform a bit worse in normal or advanced, where stuff dies really fast because you don't have time for that dot to go in and do its thing. But in Elite, it does really well. Can I show the Jemadar shield visual on the Rex? I don't know if I have that on this character. That the Gamma rep one? Let me see if I can go grab it from Gamma rep. Do I think we will get a carrier on the anniversary bundle? Yes, absolutely. There's been so many carrier buffs in the past year. There's no way there's not going to be a carrier in there and something in there that is of a substantial boost to carrier builds. Carriers have been clearly like one of the main things that they've been trying to push in the past year. There's no way this bundle doesn't have stuff in there for carriers. The Jemadar shield visual is probably... Oh yeah, then I don't have it. Vulcan, I don't have that one either. Or Hawkman, I'm sorry. I just realized the Kelvin Talaru is a really OP platform. Intel plus Temporal and the Romulan drone ships. It's a capable ship. I just wasn't always that impressed with the BOF layout on it. Yeah, Mark the Chief, I completely agree. Indeed. Just the reality is like if you have a T6 coupon right now or you're in the market to pick up a new ship, if you don't need a ship right now, just hold off. Some of you that are going out rushing to burn your T6 coupons right now are going to feel like idiots 3 weeks from now when that 14th bundle is dropped into the game and it has something on it that is power, very, very huge power creep for a certain play style. So what happened, in prior years is people were rushed out and like bought a bundle or something right before the 13th came out, and some of them regretted it. So just wait. Thomas and Kale were teasing an unannounced feature that Wolf 359 TFO is based on. Do I know what they're teasing? I don't know. Harder Borg. They said it's something that the player base has guessed, and my best guess is they're probably doing something to go in and revamp the Borg to make them harder. They updated the mark boxes because now they're showing text that wasn't there before. Darth, can you send me a picture on Discord? Um, that's my worry. I am running it on the Cardassian Intel Escort. We'll stick to that. Was thinking, gotcha. Yeah, Chris. Honestly, just wait a month. Wait 3 weeks. See what the 14th has. Maybe a review for carriers with proper powers instead of subsystem targeting. I think with anything carrier related, just for any carrier focused content, I think I'll wait, a couple more weeks. Distant Night, but aren't the ships in the 14th bundle garbage? I know you're trying to get me to say things. Steven, how's it going? Did we get defrosted up there in the north? Yeah, I was out walking earlier and just it's really when we had a bunch of snow and it's starting to melt because it's right above freezing. So it's really sloppy outside. It's not fun to deal with. But there is still a bit of snow outside, and it'll probably end up everything that's freezing right now will refreeze overnight and be really icy. Let me take a look, Darth, and see what you've posted in the Discord. So they've better specified what the random TFO completion boxes give you. Gotcha. Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat. Going to get more snow for sure. Absolutely. As much as I want to go pick up Gagarin or Arbiter and still I'm holding off on my coupons, yeah, I would highly recommend just being patient. Distant Night wants an OPO berth. Terrible. It immediately started raining, so everything is just a soggy mess. Pretty much what it's like outside here. I've got 3 T6 coupons and enough Zen saved for the bundle outright. I also have my campaign box saved to see what the premium ships will be. The impression that I'm getting is that they're probably going to go with the Parliament as the premium ship. So preemptively, I am working on an updated review of the Parliament to explain why it is the worst American worker cruiser in the game. Any testing done on the Duderstat trait? I have not done any further testing on it since I got it on Tribble the other day. I am going to be picking up the Duderstat on live, and the only reason I'm going to be getting it on live is because I've opened enough of these damn lock boxes that I'm almost at the pity point. So I am like 20 lock boxes away from getting the Duderstat, and given that I've hit the damn pity point on it, I'm keeping it. So I'm gonna get one here in the next couple of days, and I'll probably play around with it a little bit more. The bundle will cost how much? 17,500 Zen will be the base cost. So with the 25% sale, you're looking at just over 13k Zen. And if you wait for a 35% sale, you'll be able to get it for like 110 bucks. Methinks my internet might be having some issues. Yeah, hold on a second. Either I'm lagging really bad or game is, and I have to imagine this spike here is me. Just stow features. This is my internet. Hold on. I'm gonna lower the bitrate on the stream here. We're gonna go down to 10 meg. Does that help at all? Yeah, it looks. I mean, I'm still going and having a little bit of lag spikes there, but seems to be still bad. Seeing the time and space. That's a normal gameplay experience. Thought it was a feature. Those aren't just pilot mechanics. No, that's me rubber banding backwards. Yeah, that's why I want to get a video out preemptively saying that the Parliament's a bad ship. Because if that is what they're legitimately planning to put in there, they're going to end up needing to put another ship in, I think, like what they had to do last year. Waldo, how's it going? New Lobby pack for the anniversary?
Yeah, I feel
Greg,
so
how's it going?
ignored.
Okay, I'm gonna start off here. I'm gonna do a patrol just to see what the see if me lowering the bitrate has helped things out at all. So I'm just gonna do a wanted Argala. Let me start up the combat log. The Mirror Warship in the 14th, yeah. I think that's clearly a very popular option. The ship itself is still capable, but it's certainly a bit dated by the more modern standards. I just think that would be a popular option for them to go with. I need to make sure SCM's not blocked off here. I'll fix this when I'm in the map here. Trouble with Tribbles, how's it gone? Dark Ear, thank you for the follow. Started still a month ago. I've grinded to level 65 KDF. Now I also grinded to 40k Dale, planning to buy 10 Phoenix prize packs. I mean, the Phoenix packs are... You're mostly getting the upgrades and just the random bits of gear out of there. Your chance to get an epic token is like 1 in 900. So just keep that in mind. I'm sorry, Aphelion. The Hydra's the big one. I think the big one to take a look at is the Hydra. If you're a Tort player, then take a look at the Eagle. But those are the two that I would look at right now. Okay, I need to move SCM over. I think my game sound is probably much louder than normal.
You have entered a... Looks like our fight got them to notice us. Let's go over and ask if their boss might come out of hiding.
Everyone will get the air in a
Keep
second.
concentrating fire on individual ships. Separate them and whittle down their numbers.
We will not go quietly.
My game sound is so loud right now. I forgot that I turned it up for that video. That was loud. Now it's too quiet. I'm using the Vodwar puller on cannons. Yeah, I just went from the game sound being too loud to too quiet.
Sensors are picking up small habitations in some of the asteroids, possibly consistent with moleholes and temporary hideouts.
We do what we want, where we want.
Vodwar dual heavies used to be more purple? I don't know. I don't think they've changed the visuals. Where'd my evasive go even? I swapped loadouts because I swapped ships or whatever, so it's like I'm just missing random things on my tray.
I'm taking you with me.
Ed? How long did it take to sell?
That's got them.
Yeah, this is elite difficulty, yeah.
Pacification party.
I
Take the
was not
suspect
the
into
fastest
custody.
run at all. I was too busy trying to fix the issues with my tray
Thank
there.
you for your assistance, and welcome to this sector.
Just a
The
few days.
Kazon have we have
But yeah, Dark Year. The 40k deal, like there's some really good things you can get from the Phoenix store. The emergency con hologram, like Eric mentioned, that is huge. Like going in, being able to pick that up, and then running immersed part engines on your build, that's going to be a very big boost for you. Here, there are a couple other things in here that may be of interest to you. So yeah, I mean, you could rip those packs open. You're at a minimum, you're going to be able to get the Phoenix upgrades from them, but just know, like 40k lithium worth of the Phoenix packs isn't going to get you a ton. I mean, the upgrades are going to be handy for sure at a minimum, but just don't expect that you're going to see a ton back from them. The Polaron needs more special weapons types. No, it can't, Mark. Okay, so Everwind, you have a few ships under your belt. With your free T6 coupon, I am torn between a ship for flying. Everwind, just wait 3 weeks. If you're, unless you're going to be in a position where you're willing to put money in to pick up the upcoming 14th bundle, you know, just wait to see what that bundle contains before burning your coupon. Am I the only one, like, lagging here? No, other people seem to be stuttering too. Any of you that are in new ROM, are you guys also experiencing this? I'm going to go to new ROM 2. Let's see if I continue to lag like that. Career change option, I wish. Was just there and it's fine. Treble, thank you. Lagging as well. Trailblazer. Yeah, number 2 seems to be much better. seems to be that was just the first instance that was just going crazy for me. Finding that my ship takes a long time to be able to set my engines to full impulse after battle is their skill. Just higher EPS on your build. Where is it here? So EPS, so you can get power move between your subsystems faster. Everwind, I think that if you're interested in carriers, if you use that coupon on anything right now, I think that in 3 weeks you're going to be a bit upset at yourself. I would just wait. We have seen time and time again in the past year that they have continued to push power creep for carriers. And the anniversary bundles typically have been one of the biggest sources of power creep in the past couple of years. So you know with how they've been pushing carriers that there's going to be something in there for carriers. You know they're going to have something. So if you burn your T6 coupon right now and then they release like some really new OP pets, a new trait or console that's really good for carriers, you're going to be regretting your decision of, you know, burning your coupon right now instead of waiting 3 weeks. Okay, I need to increase the audio again. Let's go to 65. Ed, I'm just guessing. I mean, look at how much they've been pushing carriers. You know, you just look, the two most recent Infinity Lockbox ships? Is it the two most recent? The Assimilator and the Friendship. Both carrier platforms, both pushing carrier buffs. Wraith, how's it going? Did Jonathan say that? Huh, well, that's interesting. Yeah. A C-Store support platform in the Friendship stream? Huh. Wonder if we'll, you know, see anything like that. Hydra console and trait are good for carriers? Yes, absolutely. But I think if you're in a position where this free T6 coupon from the anniversary event is the only way that you're going to be getting a ship in the next couple of months, it's not going to hurt to wait 3 weeks to see what the anniversary bundle has. Distant Night. You're not going to get me to say much more than I've said. The most direct thing that I can say is that some of you that are rushing out to use your coupons right now are going to be very mad at yourself in 3 weeks. That's as direct as I'm going to get. Terrible. Okay. So it seems to have just been that new ROM instance having some issues. I'm going to put... Apparently malicious AI has been buffed up, I heard. I haven't actually tested it out again since the last stream, but do some content. D7 Disco Connie. We don't know, B cubed. Mark the Chief. Save mine. Okay. I haven't done my Wolf 359 for today, so let's get that done. I'm going to do public queue for Battle Wolf 359. And that instantly popped, of course, before any of you had a chance to even go in and open the window to queue for it. Yes, Ed, I agree. I just don't want to cover the bridge officer abilities too much in the content right now because they certainly seem like they're not the most functional. On a random note here, is it for my fellow ship collectors, especially the BSG folks there? Any of you looking for the Mark III Viper? This place is going to be dropping some here from Master Replicas. I'll toss a link in the chat for it. I've been waiting for that one to complete the collection. And apparently there's a new production of it incoming from Master Replicas. There you go.
I am Locutus of Borg. Resistance is futile.
Giant Dutch Viking.
Your life, as it has been, is over.
I don't know if they're going to do anything with that anytime soon. To be perfectly honest with you. They're going to make Scramble Fighters an account-wide unlock with the bundle. So assuming the new ship bundle, am I planning to release some sort of Hangar Pet DPS list? I don't know yet. But the thing to keep in mind is that, you know, some pets are good for other reasons than DPS, you know, for their own DPS. Sometimes there are pets that are good for boosting your DPS. Saber1, thank you for the follow. You got your 7 real merch Star Trek ships yesterday. All good? Nice. I got mine in, and I got the Prometheus in from Stargate. From Master Replicas.
You will disarm your weapons and escort us to Sector 001. If you attempt to intervene, we will destroy you. Task Group Alpha, engage the Borg. Groups Beta and Gamma, hold for now.
Melvin here. Moving.
What's the position, Alpha?
Admiral Hanson.
I can't talk about upcoming things until Cryptic has talked about them. You guys know this.
The Yamaguchi is moving in to assist.
Full reverse. The knowledge and experience of the human, the god, is part of us now.
Dustin, they only just added in the Niagara class.
Of action. Your resistance is hopeless. Task Group Beta, move in. Remember, the Enterprise is on its way. Attention all hands, this is the Hood. We're moving to attack speed now.
Please, this is the Roosevelt. Moving into support. 4 shields failing. Rear shields failing. Right shields failing.
What sucks here is I can't target things. There we go.
Teams of survivors from the Saratoga. Commander Sisko managed to evacuate many civilians.
Look at all these assimilation probes that we're destroying that don't actually count. No, there's zero interaction between Cryptic and content creators for the most part.
4 shields failing.
Saber 1-1.
Rear shields failing.
Good afternoon to you as well. And the 44th. Picard. Wish we had a good Sovereign class in Stowe, yeah.
Abort, aborted. Heavy casualties. Multiple systems lost to
track beams.
Mjolnir's a fleet. Multiple board assault teams are attacking. All hands. Repel boarders.
Four shields failing. Rear shield failing. Right shield failing.
Yeah. Yeah, the ships that we're flying around as in this TFO, you know, that's just the marketing approach for them. These are going to most certainly be the ships in the new bundle.
Hull integrity below 50%.
Command, this is the Gora Bimbral. The Borg are attempting to assimilate the ship.
Fleet, this is the Anderson. We're being boarded. Repeat, the Borg are heading.
I wish the distance to get the escape pods was a little bit more open. Oh, absolutely. That's how Cryptic does it, is they will give us the ships and missions or TFOs like this, but to put them right in front of us as a marketing tactic.
Four shields failing.
Everwind, I haven't played through the new mission yet, so I don't know.
Rear shield failing.
Yeah. Oh. Rip me. I think that's the first time I've actually died in this TFO.
Destroy the Gora
Try
Bimbral.
parking a jelly right on top. You can. That's so when the elite version of this comes in, I think that's pretty much just the plan. We're gonna park a Nadarian on each of the four sides and then one up top. How you wound up with the Manassa back in the day, yeah.
The Enterprise is still approaching. Perhaps I can
Oh,
buy
the
them some
spheres
time
right
with
here.
the parlay. Look, Fugit's up forward. This is Admiral Hess. I wish to discuss the terms of our surrender.
Discussion is irrelevant. There are no terms. You will disarm all your weapons and escort us to Sector 001.
Well, you just have the Nadarians grab the pods.
Assimilating your culture and
You have one
technology.
person park at each side.
Phoenix, they're hitting us hard.
This is the Roosevelt. Real close. Taking up flight path. Cover us.
One spear down. Two to go. That's the last of the spears. Focus on the cube. Attention all hands. Retreat to the stall system immediately. I'll contact the Enterprise.
That ability has been disabled in this TFO. I thought the Nadarian mode was allowed. I thought people were complaining about it.
Hood to command. We have Borg attack teams beaming in. Request immediate assistance.
Roosevelt to Hood. We've taken critical damage. Take our survivors and refugees. We'll take your board.
A futile maneuver. I will continue aboard this ship to Sector 001.
Yeah, I thought people were able to go in and do this with the jellyfish.
Nicely done. Thankfully, we have safe
Yeah.
simulations.
Unfortunately, destroying the assimilation probes is still bugged, so that doesn't give us the marks, but... So, there's that daily done. No comment. Next best, easiest to obtain tank chassis after the Verity. The Justiciar. The Justiciar is a really good tank platform that released last year. And there's a fleet version of it that you can get as well. Airblade. Just used it the other day. Ed. The console works, you just don't transform. Gotcha. You died on normal? Yes, I did Distant Night. I'm a casual player. I gotta live up to the name. It said I got hit by a torp for like 150k out of nowhere. Casual, yes. Exactly. Casual player. Okay. Let's keep it up here. Let's do an infected the conduit elite public queue. How long does it take for this to pop? Peak casual gameplay. Do I think the Mokai 4-piece or Thaleron? I think the Thaleron or the Bree screen probably could. Rob, how's it going, man? That was a really weird delay for that. Oh. Why'd I load my bridge? Oh.
The situation is grim.
Just hang on to your coupon. What you gotta do? Hang on to it.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Gun. Additional dignity available.
Oh, my torp spread disappeared off the tray too. Damn it. I wish I would have noticed that sooner.
You will become one with the Borg.
The nanite probes can repair the transformers. Stop them.
Ability activation feels quite rough right now. Ah, Rob. That's so toxic of you.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Gun. Additional dignities available.
Rip. Yeah, I think the Baudoir Polaron with the trifluoride port just looks really good. There, Rob. Ability activation feels awful right now. Peak rapid fire gameplay. We want to see that beam overload gameplay. I don't like running beam overload. I think beam overload sucks. It's why I don't run it. Personally. You want to run Beam Overload, you know, you do you. Just not for me. Vaudoir Polaron are lockbox weapons. Pardon my ignorance, but what's the UI tray above the weapons on the UI? That is the wingman mechanic. I think I will put a Polaron CSV build on the Rex. No, I think there is Polaron weapons that dropped from that mission, but not these ones. Yeah, I think the Vaudoir Polarons look really good. A better way to control the AI on pets would be very nice. Does the radiation part of Agony Phaser stack on heavy? So Dan, that's actually part of the 2.5% proc. That's why Agony Phasers are so overhyped. On the tooltip, it's listed as being a guaranteed thing, when the reality is it's a proc. So it's a 2.5% chance proc for you to get that extra damage. It's not actually giving you extra damage on each shot. Careful, Rob. Okay, so that. The kit module from the new mission is very interesting, especially for a tank. We need a trait that gives us the Excelsior 2 console for Fa. I wish. Yeah, everyone, they've responded multiple times that that's not something that they are currently likely going to change. Have I achieved infinite DPS yet? I have some videos on the channel from back in the day going over the research lab consoles. Maybe that's the type of thing that you'll be looking for. Find it here. Yeah, so here's a run where I did 38 trillion DPS. So this is when the research lab consoles were really broken. This is what that looked like. The damage number was so high that it just showed a 1. And I did also go into Hive and do the same thing. The damage on this run was, what is this? 1,000 million billion. So this is 409 trillion DPS. It's a high number. Eventually, with the research lab consoles, I was able to get a DPS number so high that it actually breaks SCM to load it. So I can actually show you that. You pop it open. Trying to find it here. Is this it? Yes. So I have a parse here from the research lab consoles where my DPS was so high that opening it up in SCM literally breaks the program. This is the DPS graph from that run, and I don't even know what the number actually is here. So you've got hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, whatever's beyond trillions, beyond that. Like, it's just an insanely high number. Still not infinite? Terrible. You want more than that? For the infinite DPS, it's just a matter of this number. I gotta close SCM and reopen it after that. Where do you get the isomag consoles? You can't find them. Thomas, you can get the isomags off the exchange, or if you want to play the random elite TFOs, they are dropping as a potential option as when you successfully complete a random elite TFO. Not bad for a casual player. Indeed. Buy your isomag. You made 30 mil from isomags today. Nice. Yeah, just go to the exchange and type in isomag and you should be able to find them. Okay, so as fun as Cannon Scatter Volley is, I quite often get complaints from people saying that they're tired of me only ever doing Cannon Scatter Volley. So I'll toss on a different build onto this ship. Let's take these weapons off here. Yeah, I think my internet's having a bit of an issue today. I think that's part of the reason for the lag that I'm getting. So I'm gonna put some dual beam banks on. And I think the only dual beam banks that I really have on this character are these phaser ones. Do beam overload? Yeah, I'll do beam overload. I'm gonna just use the weapons that I have though. So these are sensor linked phasers. This ship can't do surgical strikes. No, I'm gonna do beam overload. That's gonna be a beam. That's what was requested in chat. Overload. People like their beam overload, you know. What's a good build with a fresh account, up to date? So a good build right now for a brand new account, Cannon Scatter Volley, because you'll be able to get the extension trait for free off of the upcoming Klingon recruitment event that should be starting up next month. You requested Cannon Rapid Fire. Cannon Rapid Fire is as bad as Beam Overload. Am I going to do... so the thing with FAW, though, the reason that I don't really like FAW right now is the ways that you have to go about extending the uptime of it. Redirecting arrays, you have to be pulling a lot of threat to get, and even then, it's not going to be ideal. And then there's ETM, but ETM's not compatible with the Maelstrom torpedoes. There's a video you made with beams that just deleted everything. No, it wasn't broken consoles. That was probably just the Disco 3 piece with like FAW. in normal or advanced difficulty content. CRF is just trolling him. Yeah, ETM is your best way to get like higher fire at will uptime. But yeah, overload linked cannons. Yeah, I can run those. I honestly already forgot about them, and I should because this ship does have mixed armament synergy on. So good call. I'm just gonna leave the build like this for right now. If you're doing fire at will and elite, you're typically going to end up being the tank. It is possible to DPS with fire at will, but you are going to be drawing a lot of threat to yourself. So you need a really... The targets either have to die very quickly, or you have to be playing with a tank that is capable of pulling threat like that. Navy Man... You know, in the past, I would have recommended the VOD War Juggernaut, and the VOD War Juggernaut is still like a super amazing platform. But the Excelsior 2 and that console on it, I think are just really fun. They're really fun things to mess around with on like a phaser build. In fact, let me put the Excelsior 2 console on here. Find that here. It's gonna be right in front of me. It's experimental. There it is. Yeah, every time I've tried to do like a FOD build, like if you're going in without a team, you're going to have a little bit of a rough time. You really want to have a really good tank in there with you. What are my thoughts on beam overload? I don't like it. I actively dislike beam overload. That's my thoughts on it. The endgame content isn't really designed for it. Endgame content is more AoE focused. You'll notice that most content as you approach endgame is full of a bunch of smaller mobs, and you can much more effectively work on taking multiple targets at a time rather than, you know, just trying to take one out at a time. Beam overload's still capable. We use beam overloads on some support setups, even for like side nuke and all that. But for me, the type of content that I like to do, it's just not what I prefer. If you want to run beam overload, go for it. I'm myself. It's not what I prefer. It's not the way that I like to play the game. But you know, it's plenty powerful enough in the current state of things to go in and do things. Crap effect. Even Q is bored. What is going on here? Am I lagging that bad? Yeah, it doesn't help beam overload's extension trade as a premium ship. Yeah. Would I rather do a CRF or a beam overload build? Probably just do beam overload if I'm going that far.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shield has failed.
You can do a lot of DPS while being a tank. Most of the high-end, like, heavy tank platforms are basically just fire at will DPS builds.
Let's go over and ask if their boss might come out of hiding. Keep concentrating fire on individual ships. Separate them and whittle down their numbers.
We will not go quietly.
You will stand down and surrender to the Benton Guard. Sensors are picking up small habitations in some of the asteroids, possibly consistent with mold holes, temporary hideouts.
We do what we want.
For up-to-date tank builds, I'd say take a look at the builds Discord. I forgot to swap over
Picked up a
to
tight
Beam
beam
Overload 3.
transmission on a new frequency. We're jamming that spectrum of their comms now, but it was probably a call for assistance.
I'm taking
Yeah, it's one of
you
them
with
days.
me.
Captain got this.
Yeah, I forgot to put Beam
We'll
Overload
send
3
over a
on.
pacification party, take the suspect into custody.
Everything
Thank you for
melting.
your assistance.
How do I
and
boost
welcome to
my
this-
power levels that
We have
high?
the suspect-
Yeah, definitely join the Stow Builds Discord. There is a tank category there. The issue for me is that most of the tank builds that I've done in the past 2 to 3 years have been more towards the support tank play style. And when you get to high-end tanking, there's basically 2 branches of it. You've got the heavy tank, which is the vast majority of tank builds that people should be going after. And then you have the support build, the support tanks. The support tanks are going to be more tailored for like really high-end runs where you don't need as much survivability. The runtime's faster, and you're able to bring in more crowd control and debuff for your team. The heavy tanks are built to be much more resilient, to be able to handle longer duration combats where they need more survivability. And that's the type of tank that you should be going after. And for that, I would say definitely take a look at the builds Discord if you want an idea of what the most up-to-date tank builds there are going to look like. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I just forgot to put Beam Overload 3 on. So I need to change a couple abilities around here. Guess I can do Beam Overload 3. And Emo 2 and I guess that new tack ability, if I have it, could go here. Still have a manual for it. Adam, I have no interaction with Augie, so I don't really have any idea of what content he's doing recently. Am I flying technical overload because of Rep Polaron and Beam Overload? No, I'm not. Let's see. Everything melting like butter, yeah. Okay, let me get this sorted out. I need to go grab the new asteroid module. I have heard though that this new asteroid module can like self damage you, so cap where's it? Basic. On the right area here. Just gonna cap the frame rate, see if that helps with anything. Okay, I'm gonna try rank 2 of the new asteroid ability. How do I boost my energy levels that high? The isomags are part of it. Chaining emergency power to subsystem abilities. That also helps quite a bit. A good core, yeah. The issue with red matter cap is if you use that, that's going to put a cooldown on your other batteries. Any thoughts on the T6 Eclipse Intel Cruiser? Clark, that is from the very, very early days of T6 ships being introduced into the game. So, I mean, it's still capable, but if you're going for it, just understand that it's not going to be as capable as the newer platforms. And yeah, like Chell said, go for the KDF Quib there if you can. Yes, here I will do a CSV just to have another ability. What other batteries? The crafted ones. The advanced batteries energy amplifier, where you hit this and you're getting shield pen and cat 2 bonus energy weapon damage for 20 seconds. So would I say my super secret no one is looking combo would be engineer beam overload? Terrible. I don't actually have a geared out engineer character on my account. Just never something I personally needed to build up for any of the content that I've done. Okay, let me fix my bridge officers here. I'm going to manually hit the new asteroid ability because of it supposedly self-damaging, so I want to be careful with that. And I'll toss CSV on there just to have another... Actually, I'll use CSV as like a comp engine proc here. SL, I did a dual beam bank setup on the Husnock on a stream. If you look up like the ultimate beam overload build on the channel, I'm pretty sure I used the Husnock for that. And if you just swap the dual beam banks over to the beam rays, you'll be fine there. Terrible Ed. Liam, you do want to manually control your torp spread with ETM, because if you just have them on the spam bar, you're not going to be able to effectively time the ETM proc to get yourself the extended fire at will duration. Okay. This build's not perfect, but we're going to go with it. Also, I realized for power, I wonder if I have a 24 on. I do. So I have a 24, a 47 on. When I hit tack abilities, there's a 15% chance that it's going to max my power levels for 5 seconds. Oh, in the VOD, I used Legend. Okay, I'm thinking of the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I mean, just transfer the build from that D7 over to the Husnock best you can, or just look at the builds Discord. Like, there's bound to be a Husnock beam overload build on there. I'm sorry, I was thinking of the wrong ship. Yeah, so 24 definitely was another thing giving me a lot of power. Okay, next bit of content here. I don't really want to do random elites because I like to have control over what I'm queuing into. So let's do a cure found elite. Not done one of them in a little bit. Grim, how's it going? Did they increase the difficulty of content available? No. Content difficulty hasn't been increased for like 5 or 6 years now. Yeah, if anything, yeah, isomags have made things so much easier. Go. Beam overload misfired.
Disarm your weapons. You will escort us to your home world, where we will begin assimilating your culture and technology.
I hate beam overload misfiring like that. It never feels good. You don't like the visuals of this ship, Grim? Yeah, Tinfoil Ninja, you straight up do not want to use isomags for a torpedo build. Doing so is basically a DPS loss. Torpedoes, like Grim said, torpedoes don't care about weapon power. In fact, if you look at most high-end torp builds, they have no weapon power. Instead, they have full like aux power for the phase space membrane console. Sam, how's it going? Hydra is a ship, and yeah, the Hydra Intel Destroyer. It was released last year. Terran Hydra Intel Destroyer. This has a good trait and console on it for carriers. And it's a very capable platform. Okay. You know, let's see. Let's see how this does in some harder content. I want to try something else out here too. So I'm gonna just drop sad for the moment. I'm gonna put on the trait from this ship, inertial dampeners. Or inertial supremacy, I mean. And what else do I want to get rid of here? If you're doing a torp build, you'd use like the Fleet Spire exploiters or locators. This reminds me of a reskin J-House. Yeah, I mean it's a blend of the the bug ship and the Defiant, right? So rep grind your way to the Fleet Excelsior. Do I think the Deuter stat trait will be good for any builds? I think it'll be a loss for most builds based on the wording I've seen on it. I'm going to pick one up here to test it again in the next couple of days. But the initial impression that myself and a lot of others have is that the trait on paper doesn't sound amazing. But, you know, hopefully once we have it on hand, test it again, can see that maybe our initial impression of it was incorrect. So right now, I can't really recommend the trait, but maybe that'll change in the future. Seems I'm missing a personnel. Yeah. I want to put the trait on from the legendary Miranda. So for this, I'm gonna drop Calm for this run just because I want to try one big happy fleet. And I'm gonna queue up for Battle of Corfez Elite public queue for those of you that want to join in. It requires you to hit one of those abilities. So Fire at Will, CSV, or Torp Spread has to be active in order for you to apply the debuff to foes. I think that the way that they've worded it has been very confusing, and I would imagine that the intention is to make it so that our weapon power stays higher longer, but the wording on it is very, very confusing.
Vodwar ships have invaded the...
And even if it is just EPS, like, I don't think it's a... I don't know how... If it is giving us, like, actually giving us an EPS buff, I don't know how valuable that's going to be for most high-end builds. The issue is that when Cryptic releases a new trait, there's already so many other new traits that they've introduced that even if something ends up being good, there's just not room for it.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shield has
How many times do I have to hit that Torp Spread? Jeez. Nice, Tarth.
The Teray are sending a small task force to disable...
Don't have info on that. I don't know how it's sacked yet, to be honest. Yeah, the Deuter trait, yeah.
Stop any Vodwar ships leaving underspace and protect the Teray.
We are going to fail this. Unfortunately, unless they fixed it, all of the enemy ships are going to warp in one go, and they will pretty much insta-nuke all the ships we have to defend. So we are going to fail this TFO most likely here. Actually, no, we got Distant Knight in here. Believe in you, Distant Knight. Wow, as soon as I start firing, I'm like lagging around. I don't know how visible the lag is for you guys. Perfectly fine. Everything's okay.
very disappointed. Joint Command assured me you and your teammates were up to this task. I guess they were wrong. Fall back.
If you ever wanted to know what the end game experience in Star Trek Online is like, if you want to know why the DPS scene, the people going in setting records have been just falling off over the past couple of years, that, what you just witnessed, is why. Because imagine that you're trying to go in and do a speed run or a DPS run for fun with your team, and the experience you have is that. It's rough. And it wasn't just me. Everyone in there reported. I mean, this night here in chat said they experienced it as well. You know, in team chat you can see the green meter at the bottom right is showing. Yeah, that's my like ping and connection to it all. The lag. That was basically uncontrollable in there. Mark, yeah. The bird torp is the malicious AI. That's the new one of the new bridge officer abilities from the lockbox. Yeah, well, Steven, they're not going to remove the timers on the TFOs because we would play the ones that we like the most, and we'd ignore a lot of the time gate ones. It's a combo of things there. I mean, I've played this where we've encountered that phase and been able to defeat it before. But it's just that with there being an event active right now, the servers are being hit a bit harder than they normally are. Yeah, it's a feature. Yeah. Doing a Polaron reputation build on my Klingon tune. Should I use Thoron infused or Protonic? Do a Proton build. Have some fun with it. Yeah, but that was for everyone in there. Is Galva in team chat there, and also on the YouTube chat, others in the run were experiencing the same issue. Use one and sell one for your scrambles, but hold off on selling it. You know, there's just been a massive dump of supply onto the market, so if you sell it right now, you're going to be getting less for it. Yeah, to be honest, I haven't, like, we for the team that I run with, B team, we haven't been doing runs for like the past 5 or 6 months now, because the experience of actually trying to go in and do runs has been, you know, it's typically a frustrating experience like that. And then the other thing is, you know, Cryptic broke. Well, they didn't break it. Technically they did, but they changed the mechanics in the board queues when they put the assemblators in. So the generators and infected don't heal the transformers. And that causes some issues. It means we can't farm them for as much DPS. And it also causes issues with some of the third-party parsers like SCM. So like the server performance issues, and then just the quality control for some of that stuff that they're putting in, just it's caused a lot of people to lose interest in that high-end stuff. Yeah. The last like DPS run that I seriously was going in and trying for was my plasma one. And like that was a fun run. I don't remember what I think. I gotta look back now. Because I think I have a couple unlisted videos from around that time frame. Yeah, so the run with the Dalkina, I guess that was the last like full on supported run I think that I did for myself. And this run, like I think there was one or two little changes and it would have been a little bit higher. It was a good run still. Ice Knight, how's it going? The casual side of the DPS chase is still getting a lot of engagement. You know, people are looking to push like their beam overload builds up. And but for the people like actually going in doing like record level DPS, that has dropped off quite a bit in the past couple of years. Wait till anniversary bundle, absolutely. Darth, yeah, that sounds interesting. I mean, it's not as much of an issue, Chell, because we can go in and, you know, abort the runs like you said, but it's still frustrating when you encounter like an entire night of server performance issues. Like I look at my ship here just rubber banding backwards. My ping is fine. But you can see I'm like stuttering backwards. You can see the green lines there at the bottom right. Is there a situation other than okay? Everyone, I know you asked about this before, and I'm sorry I didn't respond. Back in the day, there was a difference between like duals and dual heavies. Like the way that they fired was a little bit different, but that was balanced a couple years ago. So the difference between them nowadays is it's not really that much of a difference. The duels are going to be basically as effective as dual heavies. The dual heavies just get an innate crit severity buff on them. Single cannons, I mean, you can do single cannons if you want. They're not going to be as effective, but I did a solo infected with the Temerian with single cannons, and it worked quite well. Ice Knight, just a little frustrated with the lag. The Corfez I just did was just huge lag spike. Yeah. Oh, I gotcha. Gotcha, Joe. Nah, it seems to be just some instances having issues right now. Steven, you're casually tried DPSer. Yeah. Yeah, you just purchased, so Mike, you just purchased the Imperial set from Muds, and you have the entire Tholian set from Sunrise. I figured those would end up on pet builds. Any suggestions? For most pet builds, I think you're still gonna want to focus on, you know, a specific type of build on the ship. So like EPG, like with pet builds, it's you're still focusing on like the ship itself, so EPG or beams or whatever, and then the pets are generally going to be a secondary aspect. But I know that there's been quite a bit of discussion over in the builds Discord in the carrier section, so if you're wanting to get some ideas for pet builds, maybe take a look over there. Jose, do I have plans of trying the Duderstat trait? Yeah, I'm almost at the pity point for the last gen lockbox. So I'm going to be getting the Duderstat, and I will be trying it out here in the near future. The ROM buff. Oh, he's saying that there's a Riemann Bridge Officer mission on New ROM Command. Check Discord. I've seen that, Bridger. I changed loadouts yesterday and my entire tray was white. I don't have any idea about any videos he's done for any pet stuff or anything. Not Riemann. Don't gamble? But there's so much... Gambling is so much fun. Sunrise, I don't remember.
I feel so ignored.
Okay, let's do another TFO here. I don't want to do a Days of Doom. Days of Doom scares me. Like I've said, I have no interaction with Augmented, so I have no idea about any of his videos on anything. Infected's back up if we want to give that another go with the Beam Overload build. Should only gamble with the money you can afford to lose. I just used in-game assets. Days of Doom is so bugged right now, don't do it. Yeah, I dislike Days of Doom. Yeah, Kestel.
The situation is grim. All of there's...
This is the Kobayashi Maru.
I think everyone universally just absolutely hates Days of Doom. Terrible, Ed. When I do get the Duderstat, it's going to go on casual.
Scanning the nanite transfer.
Your defensive capabilities are unable to withstand overload shields and await assimilation.
Lag here too.
Target shield has failed. 4 shields failing. Rear shields failing. Right shield failing. Left shield failing.
The nanite fumes can repair the transporters. Stop that!
Target shield has failed. Right shield failing. Target shield has failed.
Yeah, I just don't really enjoy Days of Doom.
Four shields failing. Rear shield failing. Right shield failing. Left shield failing. Hull integrity below 25%. Hull integrity below 50%.
Disarm your weapons. You will escort us to your own world, where we will begin assimilating your culture.
Stud, how's it going, man? This one's a wee bit rough. The server performance does not feel good at all right now.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. 4 shields failing. Rear shield failing.
The server's just it's very frustrating to play the game right now. Like nothing wants to go when you hit it. Look, I've just hit the corpse spread 2 times. The 3rd time is finally when it went through. Did I play the new mission? I have not played it yet, no. What a just rough experience there. Tribble's a disaster.
Sensors confirm that the
Tribble's
transport
barely
conduit's been
kept up to date
destroyed.
these days.
However,
That run went well. Yeah, that sucked. I'm just glad to hear that it's not, it's not just me experiencing this stuff in these runs, that you guys are also experiencing it. DOS bounced. Yeah, well, it's the reason the server's a little bit worse right now is because it is, the first week of a new update. Yeah, it's server performance like this that just really, when you complain about the game having issues, like, and this is the experience you have with it. This is how a lot of the people on the dev team aren't playing this from like a player side of the player point of view. Like they don't understand that yes, their artwork for things is good, but I can't even move around in a social map in a straight line. Like you see my ship every now and then, like where it's stuttering backwards. My hands are off the keyboard here, and now it's going fine. But you saw like it was going back there, stuttering quite a bit. There's some more new pilot skills. Kestel, you're not missing much right now. The servers are just really awful right now. Yeah, the thing is, when I get EC, I gamble it. Shinga, that clip is accurate, and it remains true to this day that as soon as I have enough EC to go in and buy a master key, I buy a master key. That's why I almost always have below whatever the current master key price is. Server is code red right now, yeah. Server lags and missions too, it's bad. Need people to complain about it. Go make a Reddit post, go tweet at them on Twitter, go make a forum post, whatever. Just if you are legitimately experiencing the type of lag issues that you're literally watching me have right now, where I am rubber banding backwards, go and tell them. $2.5 bill per key someday. Oh, that'd be terrible. I have opened about 290 of the new lockbox, and I have not gone to new ship, or I haven't gone to Duderstadt yet. So I am 20 away from the pity point. Thankfully, the nice thing about this lockbox is that the weapon packs and the bridge officer manuals have been selling quite well. So I was able to recover quite a bit of my my losses there. But definitely, you know, if I could go back, I would have just bought the ship. The ship's not even going to be something that I'm going to use, you know, more than for more than like an hour. Have I tested the Connie 3 console? The Connie 3 console is really, really powerful for science builds. I know, Isu, I know. Isu, with issues that happen in the game, they are generally very, very disconnected from us. They don't seem to recognize or understand these types of issues when they pop up. And the thing is that some people have this issue year round, and it's exaggerated when there's an event like this going on. Pretty sure they just do not care at all. Yeah, that's sort of the vibe that I quite often get. And then when you are negative about things, you get some on the team that get really defensive. And it's like the thing is the art side of this game, they constantly continue to do better and better. But it's just that the game experience in general is often failed so hard by the networking side of things, some of the mechanics. It's frustrating. That's intended functionality, Shinga. Yeah, it's a possible bonus that you'll get two of the advanced components in a random TFO. Yeah. Okay. Let's try to do another TFO here. What was requested before? Cure. Did someone say cure again? Let's do a cure founded lead again. Just see how it is. I hate to be negative. It's just the rubber banding today is just really obnoxious. It's a vibe kill. Whiskey Tango, how's it going? Space Bench could change your game back to CSV. The size stuff can be quite effective. Yeah, the bird flying is malicious AI. There we go. 3 torp spreads to finally get the torp spread to activate.
Your defensive capabilities are unable to withstand us. Lower your shields and await assimilation.
Raven AI thing? Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. Steel has gone. Oh. Do I think they'll add anything to the Phoenix Star anytime soon? Probably not, but I would just toss the Epic in the bank and just save it for the event that they do add anything in, Dan. Steve, how's it going? Yeah, the thing with the Phoenix is that it was meant to be the place that old event stuff could go to. But they've realized that putting it in the mud store is more cost effective for them. So the thing is that the random system, the way it works is that it's based on people. So if someone queues up for, say, gravity kills, it's going to then use the random system to find them for people to join them. So the random system isn't fully random. There are ways to manipulate it to get a specific queue. I think the Rex is really good. The Rex honestly is really good. It's just hard to show it or test it off right now with how the server's been so far. Yeah, that cure at least was a bit smoother. Some people are going to be trolling with the random system. So some people will troll or they'll queue for like gravity kills or Days of Doom and then not accept the thing, but that will still drag a random group of people into that queue. So sometimes you're getting into the less popular queues because someone is trolling it. Terrible. Let's give Corfez is on a minute cooldown. When it's done, I want to give it another go. See if it's still a lag fest. The Omega stuff, not many people do it nowadays. Back in the day, you could transfer the stuff. Three declines and your account gets locked for 3 days. Yeah, Cryptic, I don't imagine has any system in there like that. But that manipulation can go both ways. Like, you can have, if you have a team of four, if, let's say you have a team of like 5 people, and you want to specifically get one elite queue in the random system, you could have one person stay outside of the team, and then the other 4 be teamed up. That person queues up for the queue that you want to go into, and then the other 4 as a team join the random system. And then if they get the pop at the exact same time, they know that they can all accept. I know, Giant. Gravity kills doesn't work on console. You can't pick up the Hawkins particles. Oof. Battle of Corfez Elite public queue for anyone that wants to join. Going in now. That popped immediately. I know it defeats the purpose of random, but I would love a will not go on list. Yeah, that would be nice. So saying that you can specifically have it not go in and put you in like a Days of Doom would be really nice. Yeah, we got another. Well, I'm not doing like a 24-hour stream. I'm gonna joke and say that it's another 20 hours to go, but I probably won't be going too much longer today with how the servers have been. Terrible warp core. Terrible. Bathtub stream. All them new phasers are really good, Stu.
Warships have invaded the area around Corp.
New phasers are amazing. They're I did the math, and for me they should be like a 0.9% gain over the standard phasers that I would put on a build. The Niagara warp core. Axel, how's it going?
Target's shields have failed. Core shields failing. Rear shield failing. Target's shields have failed. Core shields failing. Shield failing. All integrity below. All integrity below. Target's shields have failed.
This is Battle of Corfez.
The Teray are sending a small task.
5 radio turrets for 100k each. No, I'm on a phaser beam overload setup right now. Way less laggy. You're gonna buy 10 of the new phasers
Stop any
still?
Vought
Nice.
warships leaving underspace and protect the Teray.
You should do a video showing how overpowered they are. Let's get some proper market manipulation going. It's I mean, it's a 1% gain. Yeah, Teray again, I saw. Let's see how laggy it is this time. I mean, we're probably gonna fail it regardless.
Target's shields have failed. Shields failing. Rear shield failing.
Just say it's Mud's prices for the new phasers. Well, Pen has less value in a high debuff environment, and remember, is below normal damage or crit demods once you have enough debuff.
I'm very disappointed.
The thing that is sending out the birds is the new engineering bridge officer ability from the lockbox, Malicious AI. It's also like really broken in PvP because it can be used to hold people. I'll take a look at it here when I'm out. Terrible. Yeah, sometimes the crafting RNG can be a bit rough. Okay, Malicious AI. What exactly does this do? Let's take a look. Malicious AI creates a variety of ship-wide anomalies, disabling the affected ship as well as damaging ship subsystems. So it will deal kinetic, plasma, and radiation damage to the foe. It will take their impulse engines offline, and for battleships or larger, it will take their engines offline for 15 seconds. For all other ships, it will hold the target for 15 seconds. If the target is destroyed before the malicious AI expires, it will jump to another target. People PvP? Yes. There's more people doing PvP than there is chasing DPS records right now. Chadwick, I believe it's something like that. Warpcore, I see your question about the Parliament. I'm going to be doing a video on the Parliament here soon, so I hope you enjoy it when it arrives next week. Inhibiting, yeah. I want to go and get the rest of my endeavors done here quick. I just really like watching my ship rubber band. Any word on the ships in the anniversary bundle? Nothing. The Cryptic is not going to talk about the ships, or they're not even going to start teasing them for like another week. You keep losing your tray 4? But I think, you know, it's given the direction content has been going, I think it's clear we're going to begin some power creep with the 14th bundle. Beaumont, glad to help. Yeah, we're definitely getting some power creep. Yeah, the ships that they put us in the Wolf 359 TFO are most certainly going to be ships that are in that bundle. I just really, when it's doing this like weird effect where it like pushes me back, that's the server rubber banding. Freedom. Yeah, I'm curious to see what the ships, you know, all look like. Warp Core, you're watching this on Twitch. It isn't my main content distribution platform. I can tell you guys here. Yeah, you're right, Warp Core. I can totally do that. Torment Engine does boost malicious AI damage. Nice. Everwind, thanks for stopping by. Twitch exclusive. If it is actually the Parliament, though, I probably won't get the bundle. I don't currently have the Zen, so I won't be getting it at launch. Anyways, I do want some of the Wolf 359 ships, so if it's them, I might just get them separately. Yeah, if it is the Parliament as the bundle exclusive and just the Parliament, I do not know how well received that's going to be. You don't have any rubber banding? It seems to be just, it's not consistent for everyone, but there's some maps. Like if you come to New Romulus number 2, if you come to New Romulus number 2 and fly around, just see if you encounter this type of experience. Michael, there's no news about the 14th bundle. The Parliament is the worst Miracle Worker cruiser that exists in Star Trek Online. It is a 4-4 cruiser that has a Lieutenant Tactical seat and a Lieutenant Universal. So at best, you can have 2 Lieutenant Tacs. I'm just spinning in circles to see how this goes. Gallant, thank you for the follow. Yeah, the Parliament sucks. Like, the Cheyenne, I think we're probably going to get that. I mean, look, that has been one of the ships that they've been shoving us in that TFO. That, the Niagara, there was, what else is in there? Cool. Okay, I'm looking up on the Stow Wiki here. I'm going to pull the Parliament page up. Constellation, yeah, thank you. Yeah, so the Parliament here from Lower Decks, it is a 4-4 Miracle Worker cruiser. And you've got a Commander Inge with Miracle Worker, Lieutenant Inge, Lieutenant Tac, Lieutenant Commander Science, and a Lieutenant Universal with Miracle Worker. Five decels. It's really bad seating. So I actually have the Parliament on a different character, so I can show it in a bit more detail here. My camera was like super zoomed out there. It was weird. It is awful. It is the epic slow-mo zoom. Yeah. Okay. So I have the Parliament on this character because this is one of my support characters, and the console off of the Parliament is controlled gravimetric demolition. This is a blue bubble, and it will debuff foes that are inside of it. It's a kinetic and physical damage debuff, and it will also hold them or like shut their engines off while they're in there. It's an interesting console from a support point of view. I know that some people in PvP use it as well. But for the torpedo runs, this was a console that I was experimenting with for those like high-end torp runs. For general gameplay, most of you are going to have no interest in this console. The things about the ship that are good are the console for those really high-end niche scenarios, and then the ship visuals itself. Like it's legitimately a very good looking ship, I think. Let me get some lighting here. That ship name though sounds Ferengi. Yeah, it is. Okay, so I mean the visuals of this ship, it's a lower deck ship, so I think it looks pretty good. The stats of it, of course, it's a 4-4 Miracle Worker cruiser. It does have the ability to do 8 isomags, so I guess that's one redeeming factor for it. But again, this bridge officer setup on it is just horrendous. This means that at best you can do a lieutenant tack plus lieutenant tack. That's that's your best hope with this ship. Is Lower Decks worth watching? Oh yeah, Lower Decks is legitimately a really good show. Sadly, most will get the ships for look and then realize, oops, it's rubbish in it. Yeah. And the starship trade-off of this is efficient demolition, and this will give you subsystem power from defeating foes. So we'll add, upon defeating a foe, it will add 5 power to whichever subsystem is lowest for 30 seconds. Subsequent activations of efficient demolition provide 10 power instead for 10 seconds. So, yeah, I mean, the trait, cool. If it increased your, like, max power as well, that would make this trait much more appealing. But as is, I guess if it boosted the max for your highest and then also gave the power to lowest, that'd be cool. But as is, it just isn't anything special. But yeah, I'm gonna do a review for this ship next week, and the basically the wording of it is going to be the Parliament in 2024, is it still the worst cruiser in the game? Basically along those lines. Because I think it's looking quite likely that they're going to probably try to make this the premium ship in the bundle. And it's just, like, visually it's a cool ship. But, performance-wise, it just is so horrendous. Is the Parliament still terrible? I like that. Warp Core, I like that. Yeah, I mean, the design of this, like, it's got some sleek angles on it. It's just a shame the stats of it are so weak. It could run full ERL, I guess. That's not really much of a redeeming factor. Intriguing. Looks like a Luna class, but worse. Terrible. Grizz really likes this ship. Terrible. More than he likes the universe. No, Triz legitimately likes the Parliament. Like, he did like a 1,000,000 DPS run with it in a supported environment. Worst miracle worker ship ever. Make it real clickbaity. That's a good idea. I think that there's a few other ships out there that Triz has said he doesn't like the design of. I'm gonna buy the bundle regardless for the YouTube content, but I do want the premium ship to be something good that incentivizes more people to pick the bundle up. Mo Music, thank you for the follow. Okay. Most terrible miracle worker. But that's T5, right? So worst ships in Stowe 2024, number 3 will shock you. Oh no. Yeah. Absolutely. Mirror Warship, I know that the skin probably isn't going to match, but the Mirror Warship, they want to incentivize us to fork up $130 for the bundle. That'll get people to fork up that type of money. Yeah. Okay, what do we want to do next here? I don't know, there's probably going to be some bundle exclusives, Warp Core. And the thing is, with the bundle, it's already covered. Like, I've already committed to buying it, and I've already got that covered from people using my Epic code during the winter sales. So I committed to it, and I mean, the funds are there for it. Elite TFOs, I mean, it depends. Sometimes, you know, the experience can be a bit rough. I'm gonna hit it right now. I got random elite. Let's see how bad this goes. This is my first random elite. The bundle is going to include keys or promo packs, absolutely. So that's one of the main driving factors for me to pick it up. The World Razor's too new, I think. Ron, thank you for stopping by. They're going to appeal to Spencer's gambling habit. What did I get? Space or ground? If it's a Days of Doom, I'm gonna be really mad. Yes! Hell yeah! Random elite infected. Let's go.
The situation is grim.
That's what I want to see. Hell yeah. You guys were hoping it'd be something spicy, and the game dumps me into like the queue that I was ready to queue up for on my own. This is what I want.
From this time forward, your culture will adapt to service ours.
Waiting for Corfez to pop up again? Yeah.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Scanning the nanite track. Gun. Additional data is available. Deadite probes can repair the transporters. Stop them! A probe is closing in on a transporter. Destroy it!
Resistance is futile.
I'm gonna stay and just make sure that's clean.
A probe
Leave
is
the stuff
closing
at the
in on
center.
transporter. Destroy it!
Overshot that.
A probe is closing in on a transporter. Destroy it!
Target shields have failed.
You will lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Target shields have failed. 4 shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%.
There we go. Yeah, they fixed the asteroid.
Sensors confirm that the transwarp conduit has been destroyed. However, our scans of the starbase are still being disrupted. We will need to send an away team there to look for survivors.
Okay, let's leave. The game knows I don't know how to do any other content. It's the truth. All I know how to do is infected. Did I get the random elite box from that? Random elite, okay, uncommon. This is actually the first random elite that I've done. Zephyr? No problem. How much more gambling will I do from the random system? I think I've used up all of my luck right there. Okay, so this is again my first time actually doing a random elite, and this is the box that you get from completing it to choose the material. So of course I'm going to grab isomag coil. There we go. Gamble for the isomag. Yep. Let's do engineering advanced disruptor. Is it true this stream only has 16 likes with 170 viewers? Or no, it says 61 likes for me, 62. Transphasic. Let's take a look at the parts, just see what stuff did. That definitely felt a bit better server performance-wise, but still not perfectly ideal. Let's see here. The Maelstrom Trifluoride up at top. The experimental weapon, for not being on a Polaron build, did do quite well, 71k. Where is it? Update a few of the space builds handily. Malicious AI did 2.7k there, another 490 here. It's because it breaks it up into the different damage types that it does, right? That asteroid ability actually did pretty good. 15k DPS for just a random lieutenant rank ability. That's not terrible. Yeah, that's a nice filler ability then, if that's what it does. And the pet console that the ship has, that did quite well. I had 143k from pets, so like the console off of the ship, if you're a carrier player, damn, yeah, you want this on your carrier. Tac team? You made me check to make sure I didn't have tac team on. I would have been mad at myself. Yeah, that's a lot of DPS from those pets there that the console summons in. So yeah, if you're on a carrier build, yeah, you want to get the Rex. You want to get this anniversary ship because that's some really good numbers from those pets. Oh, asteroid over tac team, yes, yes. Duran, how's it going? The console's pretty good. The console on the Rex is, yeah, those did legitimately very good for me. That's this tonight. That's something that I'm going to be trying for sure. What about the 8th and Prime console? You know, I should check that out too. Nerf incoming. Brilliant Blade, how's it going? And these escorts that spawned in have like they're using my crit chance stats or whatever, so that's much better. Gotta test each and every 8th and Prime ship. Oh no. Yeah, that's true, Steven. I was using I had the attack one on my spam bar. Shinga, how many event consoles are like top on side builds? So it's not surprising that this would be like a top carrier trait or a top carrier console if it has this type of performance on carriers as well. Arctor Chief, that would be amazing. It would also invalidate the friendship and assimilator consoles in a way. Which, to be fair, would be good because those aren't most amazing. Yeah, they're not great. Your Riemann will get a Silic. Yeah, I mean, but also, maybe just hold off. If you haven't purchased the Silic yet, maybe just hold off 3 weeks. 300k for the 8th and Prime console. I'm pretty sure I already have one. Yeah. Whiskey Tango. Yes, the exact same commands. By the way, casual Vox Kit module affects Ball Obelisk. Oh no. I need some storage? Yes, I have inventory issues. Well, Michael, the anniversary bundle will be dropping around February 15th. And especially with the Silic being a carrier platform, there's been a lot of buffs for carriers in the past year. So there's bound to be something in the 14th bundle carrier related. Is the Lost Serenity too small of a ship? Honestly, I haven't really flown it around too much since I got it. I know. Just terrible. I was going to, and then other stuff popped up that sidetracked me. Zephyr, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Much appreciated. Ed, Cryptic should pay you because I am kind of hyped for the anniversary bundle. Let's, yes, that would be nice. But yeah, you should be hyped up. The anniversary bundle is going to be exciting. There's going to be power creep. There's always power creep. Can I test the console on a non-wingman ship? Nothing super intensive. Maybe another, you know what? Let me see. Let me see something here. Oh, that actually put me on infected cooldown for 21 minutes. Terrible. Cryptic doesn't have that level of communication with any content creator. They don't talk to any of us about stuff. Officially about anything. I am so hyped. I go and buy each and every carrier and carrier. Terrible. Terrible, Ed. Yeah, let me grab that console. And let me swap over to a different ship. I know I've already like scrolled past the ship I'm looking for. I haven't played through the new story mission yet, so I don't feel I'm in a position to really say too much about the overall season. I mean, clearly there's a lot of hype this season. A lot more hype than I've seen in a while. I just hit the switch starship button. Switch starship and then just click the ship you want to swap to. Yeah, the Inquisitor story arc was very, very painful. I've heard that it's good, but I haven't messed around with it yet. I thought I had one of the consoles here. Hmm. I mean, I already know how it ends, but I just haven't played through it yet. I already have one of these bound to me. Nope. Okay. Infected's on cooldown for right now. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to queue up for... Let's do another Cure Found Elite. That's something compressed, just to get an idea of what the percentage is from these new pet consoles. So Cure Found Elite, public queue if you want to join. Short, how's it going? Well, this build is set up for the hanger pet stuff, so the idea here was just to buff the pets up. I mean, I can drop Immolating Phaser Lance and then put another pet console on. That'll make you feel better. Always craft at Mark II. Mark II is going to be the cheapest to craft and usually the easiest to upgrade from. Yeah, just always do Mark II. When you're engaging with the crafting system, go for the Mark II whenever possible.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
We will add your technological and biological distinctiveness to our own.
Yes, FEMA's fired. This round's a bit laggier than the last one, unfortunately. Got back into a bad instance or something. Look at the sphere, like, freezing in place. Oh yeah, this ain't gonna be a good test. She be lagging. Nope, it does not, Grim. It is not an uncomp rock.
Four shields failing. Right shield failing.
Steven, that type of testing probably ain't gonna happen today. At least not until the server chills out a little bit, because right now it's rough. Ice Knight, thanks for stopping by.
Target shields have failed.
You will be assimilated.
It's just my internet connection. It could not possibly, in any circumstance, be the servers for this game, to be clear. It definitely is my internet connection. The Stowe servers are perfect and are incapable of having performance like you just witnessed. Definitely the ISP, yep. I've read on Reddit. It's impossible for what I've just experienced to be caused by the game. Let's Hive Onslaught Elite, public queue. Let's suffer further. See if I can get somewhere that I can test the pets. I'm in Iowa, so I got Mediacom. I mean, they're not great, to be fair. Mediacom is not amazing. But there's some fun issues going on right now. Reddit is never wrong. Mediacom has a reputation in this state, indeed. A great one. Bind space quit. Yes, that's perfect, Chell.
I control every ship. Every drum speaks with my voice.
Back pulse, yeah, that can be a pain. Yeah, Mediacom has a very poor reputation, but that's not the issue here today. I'm being sarcastic. It's the Stowe servers are not amazing, and this is definitely a case in which they do not feel great to me. Are the other people in this run experiencing any issues? Aye, Steven, that'll be something to test. You wait for the feedback pulse icon to appear on the target, and then you use your subnuke.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this.
So, like on the queen here,
and I will claim another.
Look for the blue icon that'll
Your
pop up.
efforts are futile.
When you see the blue icon pop up, that's when you would subnuke.
And I will claim another.
Like right there, you subnuke there to get rid of that feedback pulse so we don't all die. You have to look at the active buffs that they have on. Intriguing, it's like 35% Cat 1 versus like 40. It's like a 5% difference or something like that. It's really not that big of a deal. That was not really an accurate run to base things off of. Yeah, the escorts did basically nothing in this run, but it was hard to see, you know, what the hell's going on in there. Nice run. Terrible distant night. Terrible. People are scared of doing the rainbow type builds, even though they're perfectly viable. Cannon or beam consoles are quite cheap. You can do a rainbow build and have very little performance difference versus like a full phaser build or disruptor. You know, those builds are always gonna come out ahead by a few percent, but you can do those other rainbow builds fine. If you're doing elite and you're doing a plasma setup, obviously that's a different situation, but outside of that, like the rainbow setups truly are fine. Orby, how's it going? You know, I just recently got Scramble on this character, so I can put that on too. I'm gonna drop UD here and put Scramble on for the pets. Perfectly ideal, right? Yeah, Polaron's good. Yeah, 4B, I think I responded. That's from the bridge officers getting access to the racial traits. So that's been an issue that's been around since they introduced the elite bridge officer tokens into the game. So that's yeah, been around for a while. Megla Mystic, how's it going? Terrible Megla. One minute that I'm going to do an infected, and that's going to be the last thing for today. The server performance is clearly just not really there. I don't want to keep bashing my head up against a wall of rubber band. I'm gonna re-roll this other endeavor too. Jinga, thanks for stopping by. Good day. My internet, as far as I can tell from my side, is fine. It seems to be the other people in the run are saying that they're having the issues too. So it's the instance. It's not my ISP. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm missing the sarcasm today. What do I do when I have Days of Doom Universal Endeavor? I just don't do it. Where is sarcasm detector? I feel like I need him around today. Isu, thanks for stopping by. Distant Night. That doesn't sound like a fun experience. So far today, trying to play the game has not been a fun experience. I don't want to make that worse by playing the queue that I hate the most in the game. Yeah, it'd be fun to watch, alright. You guys like to watch me suffer. You legit look like I'd rather go out. I mean, I want to play Stowe. I want to play this game, but it's clear that with everything going on with the current event and all that, that the server is not capable of providing that type of experience. So it is what it is. If the timer is moving slow, it's the server. That is the net graph. Terrible. Uninstalling and reinstalling the game. Maybe turning the server off and back on.
You will be Borg.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Gun. Additional data is available.
Target shields have failed. 4 shields failing. Rear shields failing.
The nanite probes can repair the transformers. Stop them!
You will be Borg.
A probe is closing in on a transformer. Destroy it!
Target shields have failed.
amazing, but let's see how it went. Affilian, thanks for stopping by. Dan, how's it going? Okay, pets are of course the top damage source on this carrier build, but it was only 263k. Of that, the Toduge were 181k. The USS Voyager, so that's the Voyager and Defiant were from the 8th and Prime console, and combined those did about 25k. The Escorts, those, what is that, 15, 11, like you're probably going to see 40, 50k from the Escort console, and then another like 25k from the 8th and Prime one. You might get better, you know, on a run that's not as bad performance wise. Triples in the server room. Days of Doom is a play. Hello, is there any news that the Endeavor points will be increased from 750? Not that I've heard. Borg disconnected, I think is what they're talking about, Oxnix. Doesn't look like they did as much without the wingman mechanic. Yeah, so that would make that one gem carrier. There's a gem carrier, right, that has the Vanguard mechanic. Might be interesting for that. Until he trips shops. Terrible. I imagine seeing a very angry Spencer running full tilt at you would be scary, yes. Look, I'm going to wrap things up, though, here. This is a bit of a shorter stream than the past few, but the server experience has just sort of sucked today. Sometimes that's just how it is, you know, following the start of an event. Hopefully things will clear up here, you know, over the next few weeks. Giant Dutch Viking, and if in 3 weeks we'll see carrier-related stuff, will I do vids about carriers? I am actively preparing content for around that time frame, is what I'll say. Yes. The Vanguard lacks engineering stations. Okay. Again, thank you to everyone for tuning in here today. Let me see. I keep forgetting to raid out over on the Twitch side. Is there anyone that I recognize over there? Stowe. Raid Baron here. Name. I'm going to raid out here on Twitch. There you guys go. And on the YouTube side again, thank you everyone for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the suffering of the poor server performance.